I've got a bad feeling about this.
Why do you think we're here? How else are we gonna make the rent? Come on, boys, let's go!
Roger.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's version of Mash Bash, where we take two characters from this wheel and have them duke it out. We talk about it a little bit, and at the end I guess we just flip a coin and see who actually wins, because we don't do power scaling here, we only do fun. So, last week we had Dormammu versus the Hulk, and that one got a lot of pushback from one of my biggest fans. It was actually very hilarious. They were on Dormammu's side, and I completely agree, but the coin decided that Hulk wins, and that's how it will stay. Now, let's see who's on the chopping block for this week. Oh, and we're gonna shuffle in real time as well. Alrighty. Toothless and the Light Fury. That's nice. Two dragons. Do a little bit shuffle. Let's see. I think I know who did that prompt. My family's always been into dragons. We watched the How to Train Your Dragon series. It's good. By the third movie though, I kind of grew up out of it and I kind of stopped caring.
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
Yes.
But dragons are still cool. Toothless is awesome. Hiccup is also very cool. The Light Fury is the Light Fury. Not much to say about it. Judging by the other competitors in our wheel, I don't think they stand a very decent chance of winning. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, let's see who they're gonna be going up against. They're going up against the Chaotix. Okay. So it's gonna be the Chaotix versus Toothless and the Light Fury. As far as I know, the Chaotix team, which is from Sonic, is Vector, F.O.O.L, and Charmy. Are there any other members? Usually it's just 3, and I believe that's from Sonic Heroes. Is that when they first came out? But yeah, Team Chaotix, I think there's more members. Oh well, a quick Google search seems to suggest otherwise, but the images show a lot more people. Anyway, we're going to be sticking with the 3 core members, which is F.O.O.L, Vector, and Charmy. And yeah, from the Sonic universe, they are indeed likely going to win this one. Are we going to roll the coin? I think this is one of the first times where we don't need to roll the coin, which is unfortunate. 2 dragons versus an alligator, a bumblebee, and a chameleon.
Or should you say, the chameleon? Oh, darn it, but you know what I mean.
But they're also Mobians, which means they have speed, strength, and I guess intelligence? Maybe. But yeah, this will be very odd to try to spin. In what world would these 2 face off? I honestly don't know, but it's likely that, I don't know, the Chaotix, being a detective agency, are doing a little bit of digging. They do their private investigations as usual, and they stumble across the dragons. Let's say, if you're familiar with the third movie, they stumble across the hidden world. They find a pit in the middle of the ocean, and they climb inside, and they actually see the remnants of the dragons, and that's where they've been staying on Earth for millennia, and brushing off some timeline inconsistencies. That's when Toothless and of course the Light Fury with their children, that's when they come in, and all Toothless is doing is defending his homeland from these strange invaders. Maybe Vector gets mistaken for a dragon, but SPO and Charmy, they might not. I mean, Charmy might. Charmy can fly. And if you know the Gronkel, then the Gronkel is basically a bumblebee dragon. And due to all known laws of aviation, they should not be able to fly. But we don't talk about that. But yeah, the Chaotix go in, they find the hidden world. Maybe they were hired by some nefarious contractor. Maybe they were just exploring one day in the middle of the ocean on a different mission, and they stumble across the portal into the world of the dragons. And Toothless, being the good king of dragons that he is, decides to defend his homeland. And I don't think he has a chance to win, but for funsies, we'll flip the coin. And this time I have another tab. I'm using a different coin flipper this time, just because this one seems a little bit plainer, a little bit cleaner. But yeah, we're gonna flip the coin. It was already on heads, so let's see. Heads is going to be Toothless and the Night Fury Tails is going to be Team Chaotix. Let's see who wins. Heads, nice, and they have a good little flip number. That's nice. I didn't flip any of these quarters. This is literally the first time I've used it. But yeah, Toothless and the Light Fury squeak out a win. Alright, in our sandbox, it's quite obvious that the Chaotix, they were doing their thing. They got snuck by Toothless and the Light Fury, and the initial confrontation was a little bit too much. Maybe Toothless in this universe was shooting first and asking questions later, and the Chaotix decided to make a tactical retreat. Maybe they'll come back and watch them in a different confrontation, but the initial fight, it's likely that the combination of dragons that can also, let's see, Toothless, what is his power set? He has lightning, plasma-based abilities, and perhaps maybe the ability to have storms. I'm not particularly sure, but yeah, we do know for sure that the Light Fury has chameleon-like powers, and SPO, also being a chameleon, likely would at the very least be able to run some support for Vector and Charmy, but you know, I'm unaware of any technology that they would have had to detect things that can blend in with their environment. SPO can obviously camouflage, the Light Fury can camouflage. Those two seem like a very even Steven. Toothless has the possibility of camouflaging. I honestly don't know. It's been a few years since I've seen the movie. But yeah, that might be the way that they pull out a win over our Sonic friends. And yeah, that one's actually a pretty simple fight, not a lot of speculation. It's pretty clear cut, and it's also pretty fun. This is one of the few times that the underdog does win, purely by a coin flip, because even though I don't think it's possible, the coin ultimately decides. And that'll be it for this week's version of Mash Bash Title Pending. Thank you for watching. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. I don't know who you is, but I'm gonna find yous, and I'm gonna make you pay for this job. No need, my crocodilian friend, for as you can see, I am here. You got some nerve showing your face in front of us after that fiasco. I got half a mind to sting you right here. And by sting, I mean having Charmy do it. No need. As a matter of fact, you performed your job perfectly and went above and beyond. For you see, the villages that know about that particular hole in the ocean are few and far between, and some have even been lost to time. All I really needed you to do was to give me the exact location, and you've done just that. Information? That's all you needed? That's right. And in addition to your pay, you get a bonus. You see, this is like medicine. It'll heal you right up. SBO isn't here to tell me it's a bad idea, so if you say it works, it works. Charmy, can you feed this one to SBO for me? Man, that stuff really works. I feel better than ever. And there's more where that came from, friends. How about you join me? Or as they like to say, do we have an accord?